What's up, everyone? Welcome into the Front Yard Fantasy Hour presented by FanDuel. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my very handsome co-hosts, Joey Wright and Jay Felicio. What's up, guys?
Me? You talking about me?
Yeah,
you make me blush over here.
On average, you guys are very handsome, is what I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm carrying the average pretty heavily here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there's a curve for you, Joey, but we won't.
Well,
hey,
my wife. Okay, what's FanDuel? Gotta keep it clean.
FanDuel early.
Hello,
guys,
everyone.
Raising the average of good looks across the stream all the way is our guest today. We've got a great friend of the show, incredible fantasy analyst, Eric Romoff, joining us. For those of you that do not know him, you can find him on Twitter at FantasyNav. He is the co-founder of the Pros with Joe's charity tournament and the co-founder over at Green Screens Media and a contributor for drrota.com and at footballdiehards.com. Eric, thank you so much for joining us today, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for fitting me in. This is going to be a fun one.
Oh, it's easy to fit you in, Eric. Eric, if you just message us like, hey, can I come on? We'd probably get on here right now. We love having you on, my friend.
I will say, don't ever ask Eric to get you a high noon. Or don't tell him the flavor at least. Sure. Because you ask him to get a flavor, say anything but one flavor, he's going to get you that flavor. So
maybe it was
all-time troll.
Jay.
Just the opposite of what you ordered is what you're getting.
That's like I feel like there's a sketch. I feel like there's like a Tim Robinson sketch where he just keeps pranking people, but they're so small that the people don't even realize they're being pranked and they can't quite place it. And that's the vibes that like him just getting you the wrong flavor of high noon is giving. Like where he's sitting there like, oh my God, he's gonna be so mad. I got him great.
Won't let you pay for it. So
also true.
Eric, Jay and Joey here both competed in your Pros with Joe's tournament this year. I've competed in it in the past. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that event? And I know you guys are still raising money, making a final push here in the holiday season.
Yeah, I'd say competed is probably being a little gracious towards Jay and Joey, but they did participate this year, which we certainly appreciate.
Last year,
yeah, Jay's got Jay can always throw the football over the mountains if the coach just put him back in the game.
That's right.
But for this year, we are down to our final four. It is Gab Gowdy, big FanDuel guy, facing off against Britt Flynn from Fantasy Alarm. Also from Fantasy Alarm, John Mpemba is facing off against professional fish hider Jordan Loop. So we're into our semifinals of the playoffs, and we are still raising money that will go to the eventual winner's charity. Best way to find out about those charities, find out about where you can donate, head to our website. It's proswithjoes.com/donate. We're still raising money here for like 2 more weeks.
There we go. And I just threw the link in the chat, guys. So head on over there, hit that link if you want to donate, and check out the charities that this money could be going to. Everyone, absolutely. What's really cool about this tournament, Eric, and the way you set it up is all these people are playing for something that's like special to them, right? Like near and dear to their heart.
Jay, who did you play for?
Each pros got their own charity. It was like 48 different charities this year.
I played for a charity called Child's Play, and it is some of you may know this, some of you may not. I have an immune deficiency. I've had dealt with all my life. I went to a children's hospital from a very young age, and something that always got me through was the video games that were there. Back in, I'm old, so it was the original NES and the Super NES, but they donate video games to children's hospitals around the country.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So, guys, that link is in the chat. Hit that link.
Joey, throw that in there, too, while we're at it. Sorry, Simon.
Do what now?
Yours. I was asking you who yours
is. I play for the Nature Conservatory because I love animals and I love nature. And Jay's charity is much better than mine. But hey,
not at all.
I like going out in the woods and hanging out with nature. So, and I want to see a lot more of that. So, yeah, I play for them.
Guys, we got some people in the chat ready to hang out with us
Let's
today.
Hang out with them.
Damon here saying hello. What's up, Dame? Welcome, man. And Albert in here saying hello, everyone. Glad to have you in here, Albert. Mr. Scampers, meow. Hi, Mr. Scampers. Glad to have you in here. And DJ saying Joey can't complain about my pick today because he got a bunch for me earlier in the week. DJ is the champ of coming in with a new pick with a wrestler every single week.
DJ hit me up this week with at least a dozen photos of him.
That's
and
awesome.
Some wrestlers. Thank you.
Did you send yours back? I know you got a bunch.
Yeah, I did. I threw him some stuff with Adam Cole and the Young Bucks that I had. So, yeah, it was really cool connecting with DJ this week.
Guys, before we get into our show, and I see these questions in here, we're going to answer these questions throughout the show today. A couple reminders. First and foremost, if you're not already following our guest, Eric, go and fix that right now. He's on Twitter at FantasyNav. We've already talked about the awesome stuff that he's running over there at Pros with Joe's, but he's also just an awesome analyst, putting out content, not just about football. Green Screens Media and Eric, you guys are putting out content multi-sport, right?
Yeah, we're kind of trying to touch them all. So we just finished up a bunch of World Cup coverage as that incredible game put a bow on the tournament this year last weekend. We're covering and ramping up a ton of college basketball coverage as well. Just a few short months away from March Madness. So really going to be dialed in as we get into tournament time. We'll be ramping up some NASCAR, maybe a little bit of golf. Really just trying to kind of cover all our bases.
Nice.
There we go. So, guys, even though football season's coming to a close, you can head on over to Eric's profile and get the inside scoop on college basketball as it's getting hot right now.
I put down a couple of his future bets that he had for the college basketball.
Yes.
From your little there's a little break on the Better Sports Network, and there's a little ad read basically with you and the timeouts. There we go. Sorry. And
I was just gonna say, Eric, I heard a rumor that you were one of the people that were jumping on the Argentinian World Cup championship bus. Is that true? Is there any truth to that rumor?
Yeah. In one of those timeouts, we got Argentina at, I think they were still plus 550 to win it all heading into the quarters. So nice little price and payoff on that one.
That's pretty awesome right there. Guys, after you follow Eric, if you're watching this video, that means you're probably already on the Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook page. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, go and hit that like button. It's the easiest way to show your support for what we're doing over here. And make sure you subscribe to FanDuel on YouTube, and then check them out on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. They're at FanDuel across all these platforms. They have a whole team of content creators, almost as handsome and cool as we are, helping you guys win your leagues and win some of that cash. Before we get into our game today, which we are going to be playing some Fantasy Football Jeopardy, we had some questions here in the chat. Born to Laugh coming in wants to know if they should start Gardner Minshew versus the Bears with Hurts and Lamar Jackson both out, or should they roll with Taylor Heineke against the San Francisco 49ers? Eric, we'll throw this one to you first. Would you start Minshew, or would you start – and Minshew's not playing the Bears.
No, I would love to start
the Cowboys.
The Bears.
As I said that, I saw Joey's finger, and I was like, no, the Bears are playing the Bills this week, so something in there's wrong. Would you be starting Minshew versus the Cowboys, or would you be starting Taylor Heineke versus the 49ers?
So I'm going to kind of punt on this one. I'm kind of bearish on Gardner Minshew. I think he's got a really tough matchup against the Cowboys defense this week, but it really kind of boils down to Leighton Vander Esch. If you watch that game against the Jaguars last week, when Vander Esch went down, that was really the point where Trevor Lawrence and the Jags offense came alive. If he misses this week, it's probably just enough for me to lean on the Minshew side. If he's going to play and that defense is at full strength, I would actually lean on the Heineke side.
What about you, Joey? Where are you leaning here?
Yeah, it's Minshew slam dunk for me. I'm really trying to get him as a top 12 quarterback this week. What we've seen from Minshew when he starts looks fantastic. When he was in Jacksonville a few years ago, looked great. And he's playing indoors, which, let me tell you, playing indoors is an advantage this week because there's a lot of bad weather out there. And like you said with Leighton Vander Esch, he might be out. I like Minshew. I think this is going to be a competitive game. The Eagles don't necessarily need to win, but the Cowboys are going to win. I just like Minshew a lot. I think it's going to be a good matchup for him. And I'm not exactly excited about Heineke this week.
Jay, the second half of this question that Born to Laugh asked, Noah Brown or Rashid Shaheed in full PPR, which one would you be plugging into your lineup?
Oh, I would probably lean on Shaheed. I just think there's more touchdown potential there, and that's pretty much what you're hoping for.
Man, I can't go Shaheed with the weather in Cleveland, New Orleans. Joey's been bringing that one up since Monday. Upwards of 63 mile per hour wind gusts. Hands off. It's just it's not a pro Noah Brown take. It's I'm not starting any New Orleans Saints or Cleveland Browns players that I don't have to take.
I take back what I said. I completely forgot about the weather.
It's ruining all analysis this week is that stupid weather.
What? In my semifinals, I'm playing against a guy that has a Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs stack. So I'm kind of glad. I hope the weather gets even worse there, and they just have to run the ball the entire time. So that's hopefully what happens.
I went through all my leagues, and before the Olave news came out, I benched Olave and Amari Cooper and the one share of Jarvis Landry I had. I don't want any pass catchers. Even Juwan Johnson I benched. I just hands off. The only two Saints I would trust are Kamara and Taysom Hill. So I think Taysom Hill might get some running plays. Slide him in at tight end. but that's if I had to.
Yeah.
I have him as a top 12 tight end, but I'm not super excited about it.
Eric, I'll throw this one to you. And this is the hot question. So Jonathan Taylor on IR out for the rest of the season. We saw Zach Moss with the majority of the carries last week, but Deion Jackson is officially listed as the starter on the Colts depth chart. If you have both of these Colts running backs, which one are you starting this week? Which one are you rolling out there in full PPR?
Yeah, I'm not putting any stock in what Jeff Saturday says, right? Looking back to the game tape from last week, it was about a 2-1 that Zach Moss outtouched Deion Jackson. This week they get the Chargers, which are giving up like 5.5 yards per carry to running back. So if he's going to get a ton of volume against a defense that's giving up that many yards per carry, like him to get over 100 yards, like him over Deion Jackson.
I'm going to take Zach Moss in this one as well here. Jay, looks like you're agreeing.
Yep.
There we go. One more question from DJ before we get into our game, guys. DJ wants to know Chris Godwin or Deontay Johnson in full PPR. Joey, we'll come to you first on this one. Would you be rolling out Deontay Johnson or Chris Godwin in week 16?
It's going to be Chris Godwin for me. Pickett's back at quarterback, but, if they've got Trace McSorley playing for Arizona, it's not a horrible matchup for Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady's going to try to pad that stat line, those career stats. He needs to get them up a little bit because he just might not make the Hall of Fame. We're not sure yet with Brady. So I like Godwin a lot. He seems to be Brady's favorite target, even though Brady is really trying to connect with Mike Evans. Hopefully,
like you said, indoors as well. That plays a factor.
Indoors.
It's going to be Godwin for me as well. What about you, Eric?
Yeah, I'm going with Godwin as well. It looks like they might actually get Tristan Wirfs back, which would be a nice upgrade for this line. And also, I think I saw a blurb like an hour ago that Deontay Johnson missed practice today. So there might be an injury concern there as well. Keep
your eyes on that, guys. Let's hit one more from Mechie in here, because Mechie in here said, you're deciding if I win my $6,000 league.
Oof, we get a cut? If
you're deciding, and we're helping. Mechie in here wants to know Zay Jones or Mike Evans in PPR. Help, I'm panicking. So, Jay, I'm going to throw this one to you. Where are you leaning here?
I know Zay Jones has looked really good lately and had a huge target share, but the weather, you can't take that chance. I think that I would still lean, just all things equal, I would still lean Mike Evans. And then with the weather concerns, it's Mike Evans for me, and it's not even close.
Eric, what about you? Are you agreeing with Jay here?
Yeah, I'm right there with him. I'll add to it that, Zay Jones plays out of the slot about a quarter of his snaps. So he's going to see a lot of Sauce Gardner. He's going to see a lot of Reed lining up on the outside. So not only does he have the horrible weather, he's got a really tough matchup this week as well.
Yeah, it's about as tough of a matchup as it gets for him in the bad weather. I'm rolling Mike Evans. Joey,
I'm
starting a lot of bucks in these past two questions. Are you starting another buck?
Yeah, I just want to say I'm really proud of Eric and Jay for hitting every point that I wanted to say about this. Congratulations, you guys. You're doing great on the show today. It's Evans for me, and that's not even me being a homer.
I did want to also bring up, Mr. Scamper said, great point. The weather outside is weather. So take that, for what it's worth.
It's an upgrade from frightful, so that's good.
It is so weather where I am right now. It's just weather out here right now.
Weather, right?
Going on. Guys, we are going to get into our game of Fantasy Football Jeopardy. I see the other questions in there. In between rounds, in between questions, we will get to more of your questions. And a reminder, right after this, myself, Joey, and Jay Wall, another Front Yard Fantasy fam member, are going to be live for Fantasy Football Office Hours right over on our YouTube channel at Front Yard Fantasy. So head over there, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and make sure you get notified. Any and all fantasy questions we don't get to during today's show, we're going to be there for about an hour doing nothing but answering questions.
There's like a 95% chance Jay Wall is going to dance. So tune in.
I'd say 99% chance Jay Wall is going to dance, and a 95% chance his shirt comes off.
Yeah.
Is what we got going on right there.
One.
Yeah, it's probably like a half shirt.
Yeah.
Guys, the game we are playing today is called Fantasy Football Jeopardy. It's a lot like the popular TV show Jeopardy, but with a fantasy or NFL twist. Instead of buzzing in, contestants are going to be going in turn order, selecting the category and the value that they would like to answer. Get their question right, they're going to earn that money. Get that question wrong, we're not subtracting anything here, though. And you do not need to answer in the form of a question unless you're a Jeopardy purist who just has to, or it will bother you down to your soul as a human. We will go in turn order, but there is one other twist here. In normal Jeopardy, whenever you get the question right, you get to pick the next question that shows up. There's a slight advantage. So for here, how we're recreating that is if you get your question right, you get to pick the category for the next contestant. So Eric, you're going to be up first. You're going to have free reign of the board. You get your question right, you're going to get to choose what category I have to answer a question from next. We're going to go like this until we run out of questions or run out of time, at which point we will go into Final Jeopardy. In Final Jeopardy, it is the only question of the game where you can lose money. We'll be writing down a wager from 0 all the way up to all of the money you have earned at some point throughout this show. Get it right, we'll add that money to your score. Get it wrong, we'll subtract it. And the contestant with the most money will be our champion. And guys, I have a new prize for our champion today.
Ooh.
Finger trap.
You've heard of Shroot Bucks, but I've got 1 million Simon Bucks for you right here. It is a $1 million bill that the winner will be mailed if they win this game today. And if I win, I'm just keeping it.
No, if you win, give it to me.
It's a hot prize. Fair. These are very valuable. Simon Bucks are going up in value at this current time.
Is that a towel?
I don't know. It's like a piece of felt that I found in my mom's storage unit.
I'm going to be using it as a towel.
Yeah, you know. All right. Well, before we get started, let me go over the categories. Can I get your number? You will see the name of a player. You have to tell me what number is their jersey.
Oh, I'm very good at that, so don't pick me to send to that one.
Who's That Joe is in honor of you, Eric, with Pros with Joes. You will see a picture of a Joe, and you will have to tell me who that Joe is. Grab bag, it could be anything. It literally could even be a boat. Odd man out. There is going to be a sentence with some stipulations. You tell me the one guy that does not hit those categories. And then, of course, our favorite, especially on Thursdays, the Thursday night FanDuel Sportsbook, all props. Mm-hmm. And I'm starting to think I didn't update one of the questions, so we'll find out if that happens because I just remembered right now. So
Jay, it's okay. One time I messed the whole question up and I said, I promise there will be no more mistakes. Then we clicked on the next question and it was blank. There was nothing.
And I'm pretty sure I know which one it is, and I know what I was going to do, and I didn't go back. So I'll go off the old noggin when we get there. I know exactly which one it is.
Also, Grim fan in here saying, rats, no sandwiches again. We'll bring that sandwich category back one of these days, Grim.
Absolutely.
I know you were a fan of that. And
Eric, my friend,
said, that's an S-tier bowling ball buffer if I've ever seen one. Oh, without a doubt.
It's going to be – never mind.
And we got our friend Coop in here as well saying, what's this show about? Is this like Mob Wives? Very similar.
That's more like MILF Manor, to be honest.
It's actually Beauty and the Geek. Simon is the beauty, and I'm a little nerdy.
Thanks, Joey. That was nice. You didn't have to say that.
I know.
Eric, where do you want to go? What category? What dollar amounts?
Oh God, I want to pinpoint which question you messed up and call that one.
I know exactly which one it is, so I'll say it before. Actually, let me get
FanDuel Sportsbook for 300.
FanDuel Sportsbook for 300. Put these game specials featured prop bets in order of best to worst odds. Most likely to happen, least likely to happen. A, Zach Wilson have 300 plus passing yards and 3 or more touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson to combine for 550 passing yards or combine for 5 or more passing touchdowns. C, Jacksonville Jaguars to win, have the most rushing yards and most receiving yards. So to make it easy, just tell me basically which is the most likely to happen, which is the least likely to happen, and just give me the letters.
So I think C is the most likely to happen. Pretty tight spread. If they do those things, Jacksonville is in a good position to win. From there, it gets pretty tough. I'll go C, B, A, because I think that the odds for Wilson to go 303 are pretty short. Pretty
Final
low,
answer?
excuse me. Final answer, CBA.
CBA, and we are close, but no cigar.
What? That's exactly right, you son of a gun.
CBA. Just had to mess with it a little bit. Jaguar, yeah, you hit it right on the nail on the head. That I knew that first one would be pretty easy, but that second one was tough.
Roller coaster.
It's going to be interesting to say the least. So nice job. We got, what was it, 300, I believe?
Yep.
300. And here we go. You get to send Simon wherever you would like to send him. Exactly right, but no cigar. Exactly. Coop knows what I'm talking about.
I'll send Simon to Odd Man Out.
Whew. I mean, there's not a category I'm avoiding here. Odd Man Out. You know what? I like the trend Eric started. Let's go in the middle of the board. 300, Odd Man Out.
Which of the following running backs does not currently average over 20 points per game in PPR scoring? Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Christian McCaffrey.
Josh Jacobs definitely does. I know that one. This is close between the other two. I'm going to go Saquon Barkley.
Went Saquon Barkley, and you would be correct. Josh
Good
Jacobs, 21.1. Christian McCaffrey just underneath him with 21 points. Simon, you get 300 and also get to choose Joey's next category.
Shout out to people in the chat who got that one right. Mr. Scampers with Saquon, Grim Fan with Saquon, Baseball Master as well with Saquon. And
Can't
then
trick the chat. Chat's undefeated.
Chat got CBA as well on the last one too. Nice
Collective
job, guys.
bargaining agreement.
Collective bargaining agreement. I'm gonna send Joey to Can I Get Your Number?
God, you're just a jerk. I'll do it for 300. Yeah.
Can I get your number for 300? Dalvin Cook.
4.
Final answer?
Yes.
Sorry, Joey. You got it right. It is 4. Thought it might be a little trick because he changed his number. I don't know if it was this year or last year, but I know he did here recently. So
I probably wouldn't know that he was on my main fantasy team, and I always would get mad when I saw a 2 on the field because I knew that was Madison.
Very smart.
4.
And we did have the chat as well. A couple people get it right. We got Grim Fan with 4. Dame hit 4. Mr. Scampers, like you said,
4.
The chat is undefeated.
I knew that was 4. I did. I'm really good at the numbers.
See, Simon, I think you want to go to this category, and that's why you keep acting.
He's trying to do the double reverse, is what he's trying to do.
Or is it the triple reverse?
You can't triple step and double stamp.
Double stampy. No,
can't do that. I'm going to send Eric to Can I Get Your Number as well.
Before you pick your number, though, Eric, we had some questions here in the chat that I want to make sure we got to. Tommy in here wanted to know Burrow or Fields in the semifinals. Eric, we'll throw this one to you. Are you going Burrow or Fields?
I'm probably going to lean towards Fields with the rushing upside. I mean, he's getting 60 yards and or a touchdown just about every week. I know it's a tough matchup. He also had a very tough matchup last week against Philly and did pretty well for himself. So I'll go with the rushing floor in Fields.
I'm with you. Fields has reached that status for me now. I don't care about the matchup. I'm just starting him. I'm just plugging him in. I don't want him to be on my bench when I watch him break off a 70-yard touchdown run. Burrow's a great start this week as well, but I'm going to roll Fields out there. Joey, what about you?
Yeah, this the Chicago-Buffalo game was one of the games that meteorologist Kevin Roth said to kind of downgrade your pass catchers and quarterbacks. However, Justin Fields is not really included in that because he gets so much work on the ground rushing. So it's going to be Justin Fields for me.
There we go. And then, Jay, I want to throw the second half of this to you. Isaiah Pacheco or DeAndre Swift in a PPR league?
Man, that's tough. I really think I'm going to go Pacheco with the matchup. I know he got benched for, the first half of that game after he lost a fumble, but he came back in and he looked good. I think he had over 6 yards a carry. The matchup against Seattle is one that you can run all over Seattle. Expect a lot of points scored there. And Swift, if I knew he was going to get a normal load of carries, then I would 100% go with Swift. But, they've been working Justin Jackson in. We got Jamal Williams stealing goal line carries. So I'm going to go Pacheco.
Are you going Pacheco as well, Eric, or are you rolling Swift out there?
Yeah, I'm going Pacheco. We had that 1 week of DeAndre Swift glory, and then immediately they made it a 3-way committee with Jackson in the mix now. There's just there are too many mouths to feed in Detroit for me to start Swift. So I'll go with Pacheco in a plus matchup.
It's hateful of them to do that to DeAndre Swift. I'm just livid. It's been one of the most frustrating things all season. Let's hit one more in here before we go on to our next round. Justin Goldsberry. What's up, Justin? Said pick 2.
Justin.
So bench 1, Bam Knight, Jerick McKinnon, Devin Singletary. Joey, you got to bench one of these 3 backs. Which one are you throwing on the bench?
I'm gonna bench Singletary. Jerick McKinnon, I'm not gonna bench him. They're playing against Seattle, second worst team against running backs, and McKinnon is I believe the last 3 weeks #1 running back in football. I don't see Kansas City moving away from him. What'd you say?
I said, shut up.
I'm
right.
not going to shut up. I'm right.
RB1 the past 2 weeks.
Just absurd that's the
nuts.
case, right? That Jerick McKinnon's the #1 RB over that span.
Yep. And then Bam Knight. This game tonight, there is some wind. There's some freezing rain coming, it looks like. And I think the ball runners are going to have a good showing tonight between ETN and Bam Knight. And yeah, it's just Bam Knight.
You benching Singletary as well, Eric, or are you benching one of these other 2 guys?
Yeah, I'm right there with Joey. Pretty solid matchup for Bam Knight against Jacksonville tonight. We know that the game plan for the Jets is basically hide Zach Wilson. So we should see another, kind of mid-teens, maybe even push towards 20 touches or so for Bam. So Singletary's hitting the bench for me.
And then we got a Coop in here with Zonovan Peoples Night Court. Yeah, we got to get the Zonovan Peoples Night Court in there. And Tommy saying thank you, guys. I appreciate your insight. Thank you for coming in with a question, Tommy. We love answering questions here.
Tommy.
Okay, Eric, I forget where Joey sent you. What category?
I sent him to Can I Get Your Number?
And I will go for 200.
Can I get your number for 200? CD Lamb. So
the CD Lamb?
CD Lamb.
CD Lamb wears number 88.
Wow, that is a lot bigger than I had anticipated. That was not supposed to happen. Let's see if I can.
It's just the slow reveal.
This reminds me of middle school. I'm getting on the internet.
And I just got a new MacBook, and I am not an Apple user. So
there it is.
There it is. 88.
Are we sure that's CD Lamb? Can you zoom in a little bit?
Yeah, he's got the color.
You have to take my word for it.
CD Lamb.
And we'll let's see. Can I zoom out?
We're having fun here today.
I don't know.
That's a big football. That's not a number.
Eric, you got it correct. Nice job. Where are we going to send Simon to next?
Let's go to Who's That Joe?
I really hope one of these is a picture of me.
Who's that Joe?
I hope they're all Joey, right?
Yeah, that's the win right there.
I want to take the lead here.
And then I get it wrong.
500.
Woo!
There's a twist I did not tell you guys about. Each of the pictures is also distorted to a certain level. Who's that Joe?
I am zooming in.
And it may or may not be a football-related Joe.
So any Joe.
This is this Joe has a microphone and a beard and is green and purple. And I know who this is. It's Joe. I'm just been blanking on his last name.
Does he have two burritos behind his head?
I think he does. This is very clearly Joe Smith.
Final answer?
Yep, final answer.
It is not Joe Smith. It is Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Thought with the hint, with the microphone, doing some stand up. Try to make it just a little easier.
Here's the problem. I watched
Fear
Factory yesterday, and he looks entirely different.
Yeah, it was clean shaven. Actually had hair.
Yeah, less round all around.
And we did get some people who got it right in the chat. Dame went with Joe Rogan. Grim, Joe Schmo. I mean, yeah, probably about the same. DJ went with Joe Montana, and Mr. Scampers also got it correctly with Joe Rogan.
And Coop said, "This must be what Aaron Rodgers sees on the weekends." yeah. Drink some of his tea and head to the Joe Rogan podcast. That's what Joe Rogan looks like through the eyes of Aaron Rodgers.
That makes sense. Little, what is it called? Asakoya or some junk
Nailed
like
it.
that.
That's exactly what it's called.
Is that right? Hey,
no, not at all.
Okay. Asakoya, potato, whatever. It is what it is. All right, Joey, free reign of the board. Where would you like to go?
That was fun, and I was wishing I could have played that. So I'm gonna go. Who's that Joe for 300?
Who's that Joe for 300? Joey, who's that Joe?
That's Joe Exotic, the Tiger King.
Yeah, you got it.
Couldn't decide if I should do it more because everybody might not know who that is. So you are correct. That is Joe Exotic.
Nice pull.
Joey was, JL went with.
I would do an impression, but it's impossible without cursing. So
go for it. Grim got it correct, and Coop said it's pronounced Ayuk, which I'm gonna go with from now.
Ayuquaska. Yeah, that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure.
Ayuk couscous.
Nailed it.
I like this. Who's that Joe category?
Thank you.
Stuff.
I was excited about this one.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. I've been lying this entire time. I don't know a single player's number, and I'm really bad at faces and names. I'm really nervous about this game. Like as Jay was going through the categories, I was like, oh no.
Oops. And actually, you know what? Baseball Master brings up a very good point. I have to go. Said that how would you not know who this is? He ran for president. So that's a great point.
Well, a lot of people ran for president.
That also is true.
That is true. Let's not go there. So, all right, Joey, or do we want to hit some questions? Do we have any to hit there, Simon?
Yeah, let's throw a question out here. Grim fan wanted to know, should he go Titans in the Survivor League or switch to the Dolphins or the Bucks? So the Titans are playing the Texans this weekend. The Dolphins have the Packers, and the Bucks have the Cardinals. I think I'm rolling Bucks against the Trace McSorley-led Cardinals over the Titans against the hot Houston Texans right now. What about you guys?
Yeah,
if Trace McSorley beats the Buccaneers, I don't know what's going to happen to me. It will run Christmas because it's Christmas night. I might turn into the Grinch. I don't know. Like,
who says you're not
really
already?
Bad.
No, but I'm with you 100%. And Malik Willis is starting for the Titans. Like you said, even though it's Houston, we don't know what this team's going to be able to do with Malik Willis under center. He didn't look very good. It's the Bucks for me, and it's not close.
Mm-hmm.
Scott in here had another question for us. Eric, I want to throw this one to you. Raheem Mostert, Zach Moss, or Donovan Peoples-Jones need one in the flex. Which one are you rolling with?
I'm going with Zach Moss. It looks like Jeff Wilson is on the right path to play this week, so that really undercuts Mostert's viability. And we talked about the horrendous win that these Browns are going to be facing. Peoples-Jones is more of the downfield threat as it is. So basically everything that he does to contribute is kind of neutralized by the weather.
What about you, Joe? Are you rolling Moss here as well?
Yeah, I want to. It's Peoples-Jones is out. And earlier you guys said Zach Moss or Deion Jackson. I would have actually gone Deion Jackson in PPR. I just think he's a better pass catcher. But in this, I'm actually going to take Mostert. Green Bay's terrible against the run. And I think the over-under on this game is super high, the implied point total. So where'd the question go? So, yeah, I'm actually going to go Mostert here, but it's close with Zach Moss. And shout out Scott and Heather, because I think they share a Facebook account. And, let's all love our spouses. So I love this right here, right? Love what you guys have here.
You're right. His middle name may not be Heather. That could be Scott and Heather.
I assume Heather is the lady with the hat. I like her hat, by the way. That's a nice looking hat.
Wonderful holidays. Also, Baseball Master in here wanted to know, what time is the game tonight? It starts at exactly 8:16 p.m. Eastern time. Is the time that is set for kickoff. So 8:16 p.m. Eastern time. Monday Night Football and today's not Monday. Today's Thursday, which means it's on Amazon Prime. This year is the first year I've memorized the channels football are on instead of Googling it every single time, where I'm like, Monday Night Football, where do I go for this? We got it now. ESPN on Mondays, Amazon on Thursdays, NBC on Sunday nights. And
I really liked what Amazon's done too. Like, they have really good production. People were complaining about the quality, but I thought it's been fantastic.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite standalone game from a production standpoint. Not always from the teams playing standpoint, though. We get some pretty bad Thursday night games out there.
But all right, let's move on. Joey, you got it correct. Eric, where are we sending Eric?
We're gonna send Eric over to the FanDuel Sportsbook. I'm playing a little gamesmanship here. I'm trying a little strategery here.
I am terrified of this strategery. I will go for $200.
200 Buckaroos. Two players are tied as the favorite to be the first touchdown scorer tonight.
And I forget.
Which player is not one of those two? And hold on one second. I am just screwing it up tonight. Oh, no, they changed it. Okay. Yeah. So it's not currently, but when I put this question together, that was the case. So which player is not tied to be a favorite for the first touchdown score tonight?
I'm going to say that it is Travis Etienne. He's in the middle of a pretty rough patch in terms of his on-field performance. The Jets are the favorite, so usually that slides a little bit of action or slides the line a little bit towards the Jets players. So I'll say that Etienne is the odd man out.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Eric, you guessed Travis Etienne, and you are not correct. It was actually Garrett Wilson. Both Travis Etienne and Zonovan Knight were at earlier today at 650. Travis Etienne has actually jumped into the lead now at plus 600. So Etienne is the current favorite, which, I'm surprised, as well. Well, I think your thought process was correct. He hasn't really played that great lately, and the Jets are a tough defense.
I did hear an interview with some of the Jags captains talking about their strategy going into the coin flip tonight. And so I think like after hearing that, it might have moved the lines a bit in favor of ETN with the understanding that the Jags are ready for this coin flip.
Right.
They're going to win it and they're going to take the ball first to try to get off to an early lead. I'm entirely making that up, by the way, just in case anyone was taking me seriously.
It was sound. I liked it.
It sounded pretty good. So
It sounded pretty good.
it sure did. Simon, free reign of the board. Where are we heading, my friend?
Grab bag 400.
Ooh, grab
Did not
back
expect that
400.
with the confidence.
What European country does eggnog originate
Wow.
Eggnog. Okay, I'm trying to visualize like where, like what landscape would you drink eggnog in? I'm thinking like eggnog's cold, right?
Which,
I don't know.
which
I've never
European
had
country is the most nog?
Which one is the most nog or the most egg? I'm feeling like mountainous, maybe slightly Bavarian, which would bring it down to like Germany, Austria, Switzerland, like that area. This is a $400 question, so I'm going to go with not Germany. I'm going to say Switzerland is where this originated from.
That's your final answer?
That's my final answer.
You know what? You put some real effort into that thought, and it was for absolutely nothing.
No!
While no one knows who invented
Those nog
eggnog,
lovers.
most historians and foodies generally agree eggnog originated in medieval Britain. So
It's coming home. All right,
Yo.
England.
I learned.
Dame, DJ, and Grim, I'm looking down. They came in right after I started all with Switzerland. We were on the same thought path right there. They feel Swiss.
I had
I-
Denmark in my head for some reason. I was right
Switzerland's
where
the
you
first
were.
one that I went to too. And actually, I got this question from. We took my kids to the Polar Express last Friday, and they have a guy that does a show before, and this was one of the questions. 90% of the people shouted out Switzerland. So for some reason, everybody goes to Switzerland.
Wow.
It's not just
Do you think it's because like the Swiss miss like hot chocolate? So we're just programmed to think of
Probably.
like holiday drinks, Switzerland. I don't know, just a little thought.
They've just
there.
got like hot drinks on lock.
Is eggnog hot or
I'm here
cold?
for
I've
it.
never had eggnog.
Cold.
I've had it cold. Yeah, I've never had.
I've never had it hot eggnog. You drink it hot, Eric?
So I
I've
don't
had
really
it.
drink eggnog,
You
but
nog it
maybe it's
hot?
because the first time I've had it, it was served to me hot.
Oh, I've had
Yeah.
eggnogs full of so much bourbon that I think I might have been hot.
It made
it
you hot
burned
inside
going
after
down.
you took a
This could
little
also be
sip
what
of it.
happened.
Yeah, I've never had it hot before, and honestly, Eric, I love you, but that sounds pretty terrible. So no wonder you don't want to have
Why I
it.
don't drink it.
There you go. Simon got that one incorrect, unfortunately. So Joey, free reign of the board. Where are we headed, my friend?
I like that. Who's that Joe category?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Where are we going?
400.
Who's that Joe for 400? Joe. Who's that Joe?
That's pretty distorted. I'm trying to like cross my eyes
Oh,
to see if I
man.
can get them back aligned.
I think I got it.
Okay, Joe Flacco.
The final answer?
Yeah,
Final answer.
final answer.
Joe Flacco.
It
It
was,
was
You
the
are
hair.
correct.
It was the hair
Yeah,
that did
it was
for
totally
me.
the quaff.
There you go. And I thought Simon would like that one as well. And I thought too, even though the colors were a little distorted, the jersey might give it away with the Jets' little arrows.
Oh,
I
I
don't
didn't
know-
even notice that.
I don't know why I
was-
keep doing this if I'm doing the Antonio Brown dance or whatever. But yeah, nice job, Joey.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I figured you'd like that one. And it's not, just to be clear, it is not named for you. It is named for Pros with Joes. So I don't want people to think that.
You know what? It might come into the night that way, but I'm taking all these questions right. So the category's going to leave named after me. So
You know what? I take it back. It is now named after Joey.
there you go. Thank you.
Grim fan getting this. DJ getting this as well. Nice job, guys.
I don't know if you can see it on camera, but when I get these pictures, I go to the side because it does kind of, because they're distorted, you can kind of pick up some stuff on the sides. I made
Yeah,
that
no,
up.
no, nobody picked that up. So
I get to send Eric somewhere.
Yes, you do.
Eric, I want to send you to grab bag.
Grab bag. Let's go for 200.
grab bag for 200. Eric,
Please no nog.
who's this character?
That is Pickle Rick.
You are correct. And if somebody got that wrong, I was going to be really upset because
Josh Fuster would have also been a correct answer on this one.
that is right. Josh is a big Rick and Morty fan. He's got that Morty that he likes to put. He's probably got it just hanging out. A Morty with a little Santa hat. It's one of my favorite episodes. Absolutely love it. I'm Pickle Rick. Yeah, you go, baseball master. You know.
It's a
Simon,
classic.
have you watched it? I know.
Every last episode multiple times.
Okay. Was it JL that never watched it and then finally watched it and really liked it?
We both had never watched it, and I
Okay.
watched it recently, and I've gone back through.
You know, I haven't watched the new season. Is it?
You
new
should.
season
I haven't watched season 6, but season 5 was one of my favorites.
Season 5 was good.
It got some crap, but it had some of my favorite episodes. The I'm Mr. Nimbus, and then the Planetina episode is my number one favorite episode of all time of Rick and Morty. It's
Mr.
just like
Meeseeks.
The moment that I knew I was going to love the show, and Simon, I've told you this multiple times, episode 2, where Snowball comes in and says, while she's sleeping, "Where are my testicles, Summer?" I just
connected with that on a certain level. Like I've been there.
Yeah, obviously.
Who
That's
hasn't
why.
been?
It's from experience. Well done, Eric. It's a tight race. You guys are doing pretty well.
Yeah, it's a pretty tight race between all three of us.
Yeah. With that said, where are we sending Simon?
So I don't know what sort of strategery he's deploying in saying that he's not confident in his category, but I'm going to take the bait. I'm going to send him to Can I Get Your Number?
Damn it! I truly am terrible at this. So here's what we're going to do. I need to come back, and it's less embarrassing to miss a high point value one. And I think I'll miss it no matter what, because this is truly like a complete gap in my knowledge. So 500, because there's a chance. I know numbers. I'm going to leave the comments in the private chat just in case it takes me a minute.
So you're telling me there's a chance. Simon,
I might as well just guess a number now.
what is Zonovan Knight's jersey number?
No idea. I don't even see.
Plus
I'm so
6.
bad at this. I don't even know like what general range running backs have their
I think I
numbers
know
in.
what it is.
Well, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter anymore because anybody can have any number. They changed the rules.
Yeah, but sometimes they still follow like conventions. I'm gonna go with, what does he feel like? He feels like his number is
Remember, you got to throw that BAM in there too. So what number says
Bam!
BAM?
11.
Final answer.
Yeah,
Garrett
You
Wilson.
sure you don't want to BAM again?
no, 11 is good.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. You're not even remotely
Oh, I was
That
wrong.
Bad.
picture is, and he actually, in the preseason, I think he was like 30 something, 35, 33.
I thought it was 37 is what I thought it was. So
Well,
it was 26.
I really
Close,
wanted
Eric.
a zoomed in football when you were.
I was wondering if that was going to be one of those giant pictures again. So we will see for the other ones. You might get really close. You might get one you can actually see what's going on. Simon, unfortunately, you got that one incorrect, and I am clicking the wrong screen.
I was
We will-
really hoping my bluff wouldn't be called. I thought like if I just went in hard with that my bluff would not be called.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
Eric called
So,
me. So Joey, you've got a prime position in this game going after me.
Joey, where are we headed?
Man, I'm really, really nervous to do this. I'm going to go grab back for 300 and just pray it's not a Marvel question,
I don't remember if I did any Marvel questions.
which it
this
means it's
time.
going to be a Marvel question. Okay, great.
Oh no,
Yes, no.
It's
yeah.
DC. That's
no,
funny.
but oh no. Okay, I
Okay.
won't say what I just messed up.
Adam
God,
West, Kevin Conroy, Michael Keaton. Will you accept Kevin Conroy? Okay, he's on the
Yes,
board.
Kevin Conroy. Yeah, he's the best voice actor. Of
I
all.
went off the top too, right there.
You
Look
did.
at that
Wow, we got Will Arnett on there too. Deep bowl.
Lego Batman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Robert Pattinson. I love the new Batman movie.
And supposedly with the new DC universe, he's the only one that they've said is going to stick around, which I'm very glad. It was a great movie.
As long as Matt Reeves directs every single one of those damn movies, I will watch every one of them. It's phenomenal. Okay, I'll be quiet now. Where am I going to
Nice
send Eric?
job, Joey.
Thank you.
Also, Grimfin here was saying NFL fantasy is Knight as 35. Well, they should fix that. I just saw the picture.
Well,
Picture
Simon,
clearly
you're
not-
wrong either way. So what I saw, the most recent pictures was 27 because he's got Mike White in there.
All right, so Eric, I don't want him to catch up to me. All right, I'm going to send Eric to Who's That Joe?
200 it is.
200. Who's that, Joe?
Aw.
That's Joe Mixon.
Sorry, Eric. That is Joe Mixon.
That is Joe Burrow wearing a Joe Mixon mask.
That's
How'd you
Joe
know
P.
that?
Ryan.
Joe P. Ryan. Let's go. Where's the button? There is the button. There we go. All right. Well done. You get to choose Simon's category. Where are we going to send Simon?
We're going to send Simon right back to Can I Get Your Number?
Simon.
Can I get your number? I'm going to take 400. Same strategy as last time.
Can I get your number for 400? Rookie wide receiver Drake London.
I think I know this. I think I got it.
10.
Oh,
Final answer?
Final answer.
Let's see what the chat has to say. You guys have any guesses, Eric or Joey?
7.
7 for you.
I think it's
Eric,
single
what do you
digit,
say?
but I'm not sure.
Let's see. Tim went with 7. Mr. Scampers went with 5. Dame with 5.
Ooh, it might be 5.
He's
Baseball
definitely 5.
Master.
I was
I don't
thinking
think it's
81.
81.
Graham went with
Who?
7. DJ went with
Oh.
7.
7 crew's coming in here at the end.
Let's see. DJ said 7, might be 11. Well, somebody is right. It's not you, Simon. It is the chat. Where's number 5? So
Good job. Wait,
Well,
that's Desmond Ritter. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's
No,
Marcus
it's not.
Mariota. Come on.
you really just scared me for a second, but I got the wrong picture, the wrong guy. So well played.
Here's what I did. I love Drake London, so I always just assume like his stats are double what they actually are every single time, and that goes to his number as well. Like he's not a 5, he's a 10. He's a 10
That
out
checks
there.
out.
All right.
I love Drake London.
That's fair. I do too. I think he's in for. I think he's a buy low in Dynasty. I think once they get a solid quarterback back there, he's going to be a-okay. He looked good early in the season when Atlanta actually threw the ball and didn't run like 6,000 times. But that is okay, Simon. I apologize. You did not get that one right. Albert got it correct. Dame got it correct, and Mr. Scampers all got it correct. Let's go to the next question. Joey, where would you like to go, my friend?
I'm stressed out now.
You like the Who's the Joe, so let's
Yeah, but no, I might want to put this game away.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go
Big talk.
I know, but the thing is, I'm gonna swing and I'm gonna miss, and I'm gonna lose this game. I'm gonna go grab back for 500.
Grab bag for 500. Joey, I
It's gonna be
hope
tough. This is
you
gonna be tough.
remembered that list. Name 4 actors who played Batman.
4
Christian
others,
Bale.
or 4 that were on that.
4 others that played Batman. You cannot use the original 3.
Christian Bale, Robert Pattinson, Will Arnett. Oh man, George Clooney.
There you go.
How could you forget the plastic nipples? Absolutely. Well done. Well
I
done.
almost forgot about you, Joel Schumacher. Thank you for staying in my
Well,
memory.
you probably blocked that out of your memory because nobody wants to think about those McDonald's toys with the plastic nipples. And actually,
That was sneaky, Jay. That was a sneaky question.
You like that?
Who are
No
the other
Marvel, but I
ones?
did throw. Yeah.
Affleck. Affleck's my favorite Bruce Wayne. Just to put that out there. Kilmer.
I don't know. I still
Robert
like Michael
Bowery.
Keaton, but I'm old.
Lewis
so.
Wilson. That's tough. That's tough. All right.
I am very, very sneaky, sir. Let's go. All right. Let's see. I am switching. I should not have tried my new laptop because I don't know what I'm doing. Let's go. Joey, where are we sending Eric to next?
Can I have my money, please?
No. How much was it? You hit the
If you
500.
just click plus, it'll go in there.
Let's go.
I'm gonna send Eric to grab bag 100. Well, sorry, you picked the value, but there's only one left.
I'll take 100.
Eric, sing 5 seconds of any song.
I don't know any songs. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey,
Well
You
done.
did it!
Bravo. Glad
I
you,
forgot every song I've ever heard when I saw
I
soon
thought
as I
that would
saw it-
happen. Like when you put on this, like, I don't know any songs.
The song that popped into my head was "We All Live in a Yellow Submarine," and I haven't heard that song in maybe like 20 years. I was about to say
That's a
30,
great
but I haven't
song.
even been alive that long.
I was gonna sing Happy Birthday. Like
Yellow
it's,
Submarine.
These are all
I was
songs.
originally gonna go Christmas or holiday song, but then I was like, you know what? Let's open it up, and you still went there anyway. So, well
Got
done,
it.
Eric. That's what
Tis
happens
the
when you have
season.
kids. You gotta
Beautiful, Eric.
getting some love there. Let's where we can send Simon.
Let's send Simon to the sports book.
Thank God.
FanDuel Sportsbook.
Giving me a chance. 500.
I believe this is the one that I don't have anything in. I don't think I went back. Let's see. But I know, put these players in order of, but I know what the question was and I got it ready. So put these questions in order of likelihood to score an anytime touchdown. And the 4 players I was going to choose, and if you would rather me, what do you think? You want me to go ahead and do
Let's
it?
read them
or-
out loud. And I'm going to type them in our private chat window so that I've got
Okay.
them sitting there looking at me.
Garrett Wilson, Evan Ingram, Elijah Moore, and Zay Jones.
I need to put them in order from most likely to least likely.
Yes.
We're looking at Garrett Wilson, Evan Ingram, Elijah Moore, and Zay Jones. That's what we said right here.
Is there just 4 names in there?
Yes, just 4.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go with, if Wilson was up there he was at plus 950 for the first touchdown score, which is decent odds to be the first touchdown scorer. But is Ingram above him? That's especially with, I'm going to go Ingram, Wilson, Jones, Moore. Evan Ingram, Garrett Wilson, Zay Jones, Elijah Moore.
What do you think, Joe? You think you got it right?
I wasn't listening to the question. I was just thinking about how I'm going to win.
You did not. Garrett Wilson is the most likely at plus 220.
Damn it.
Elijah Moore is next with plus 330. Who was it? Zay Jones is after that, plus 315. Ingram is plus 370. I was really
Seems
surprised.
disrespectful.
And that's what made me want to do this question. Was I was very surprised Ingram was the last of all those guys. So
I don't
yeah,
mind
well-
that at plus 370.
yeah, that's worth
Throw a buck at
taking a
that.
shot on. What's that?
So throw a buck at that.
Throw-
Go make
throw-
a deposit.
throw
I'm
some
sure
shrewd
FanDuel will
bucks
match
at
it if
that,
it's one of your
so.
first ones. And
Oh, well,
Sprinkle it on there.
Yeah, and there's your answer. Well done. Well done. Joey, what are we looking at, my friend?
oh man,
You know
okay.
you want it. You know you want it.
But I want to win. Okay, I want to do Who's That Joe for 100.
Who's that, Joe?
Joe Burrow.
Joe Mama.
Joe Shiesty would also have been accepted. Joe Burr, a couple others as well. All right, Simon, do we have any questions we need to hit, or you want to go?
No,
roll
I think we can fit one more round in here
Let's do it.
if we jump through it.
Joey, where are we sending Eric to?
Can I get your number? Eric, I'm sorry. It's all about trying to keep the score low here for you.
I got you.
Lamar Jackson.
I wonder. Lamar Jackson is number 8.
Sorry, it's number 0 according to the picture. Next time I know I have to get some smaller pictures, but you are correct. Lamar Jackson is number 8. Never, you know what? I think I should get a Lamar Jackson jersey. I would really like to have an autographed Lamar Jackson jersey.
I think it would look nice in your background.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Where are we sending Simon?
Let's send him to the sports book.
Simon, you going big?
400. I gotta. Like this is the last chance.
Hundo. Hopefully I put the question in. Within 8, what is the over-under for total receiving yards for Garrett Wilson?
Within 8, and it's a rainy game. They are favored.
With old Zach Wilson throwing the ball as well.
I'm trying to find that range. I'm gonna say 43.5.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Simon.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
I was
Simon.
1 outside of that range. Oh,
and I
my
thought you went.
gosh.
I thought you went high on it too. Oh,
Me too.
man.
I bumped it up 1 at
Oh,
the
it's
last
definitely
second.
higher.
All right.
Sorry, my friend. I am so sorry, Simon. You probably don't want me to host this game anymore, but
That was brutal. That was
yeah,
brutal.
that was tough. And I went between 8 and 10, and I was like 400, maybe let's go 8. So that's completely my fault. Joey, where are we going for the last question before we go to Final Jeopardy?
Odd man out for 400. There's only one way for me to like win the game right now. If I go 200, I can tie Eric, and that's not fun for anyone.
What?
Just go for the tie.
You're winning.
So Tim got that one right in the chat. Said, "Nice, I have more points than Simon." Yeah.
Well played. Joey, which of the following quarterbacks has not thrown 10 or more interceptions this season? Matt Ryan, Geno Smith, Patrick Mahomes, or Justin Fields? Which quarterback has not?
I know
thrown
Matt
10 or
Ryan
more?
has. I'm gonna say Geno Smith. He's been efficient this year. I could be completely wrong. I'm gonna go Geno.
Final answer?
Final answer.
I mean, he is a Pro Bowler, but so is Patrick Mahomes. Justin Fields? I don't think Justin Fields made it.
Nope, he did not.
You are correct. Geno Smith only has 8. Matt Ryan leads the league with 14. Patrick Mahomes has 11. And Justin Fields has 10. That will add another 400 to your total. Going into Final Jeopardy, Joey leads the way with 2,300 Shroot Bucks. Eric has 1,100. Simon, you know as good as anybody, that does not mean you are out.
I just want to issue a formal apology to Eric. Eric, I really gave an assist to Joey in this game. He only didn't get to pick his category one time this entire game for the one question I got right, and you still competed admirably. Joey, you executed in exactly the situation you were given. But Eric, I screwed you. I screwed you in this game.
As consolation, I will happily accept that $1 million bill.
Now,
It'll be in the mail. It'll be in the mail.
I've won Jeopardy before, so if I lose, not a big deal. Do I go and break the all-time money record?
You should
Do we
do that.
know what the all-time money record is?
I can't imagine.
I think it's
We'll
like
look it up.
$4,400.
We'll look it up.
Something that requires you to bid all of your money is probably what it is.
I kind
Jay-
of want to do it.
Jay, what is our category for Final Jeopardy?
Category is total fantasy points so far this season.
Total fantasy points so far this season. Okay. And I will make my wager. I do not have a piece of paper today, so I am just going
What
to.
I need for this show.
You said you never have one for this show?
And this is
I am the most
PPR
ill-prepared guest
PPR
of all
scoring.
time.
I'm not typing in the answers right now.
Okay. I got mine ready.
Joey?
Also, JL said that trophy behind you looks absurd, Simon. That's because it is absurd. It's 4.5 feet tall. And somehow I have to get this from Georgia to Texas.
I've got my
So,
number.
We'll see. We'll see how that works. I got my number as well. Eric, you got yours?
I do.
Let's see them. All in with Simon with 300. Joey, what you got?
I always draw my picture. I bid 0. This is my new cat. That's Kevin, everybody.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey,
Kevin,
Hi,
you're
Kevin.
a jerk.
Yeah, I went for 0.
Joey, really?
I'm a wimp.
Really, Joey? I think you should lose all your points for that, but that is okay.
If nothing else, Kevin has lost all respect for you as a father.
That's true. There's a way to show your new cat what to do. So let's see. Let me finish putting this in. Which of the following players has the most total fantasy points this season? Tony Pollard, Ramondre Stevenson, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Not to be confused with C.D. Lamb, is C.D. Lamb. Which of the following players has the most total fantasy points this season?
Okay.
And to remember, this is PPR scoring.
I am going to type my answer, and we are ready.
Let me get my
Joey,
pencil.
I'm really ashamed of you. I really have to say.
Listen,
Joey,
okay,
I'm not. You already won. You did the work that you needed to do.
I got every question right, and I can still get every question right if I don't get this wrong. So that would have been nice, but listen, I want to win, so I'm ready.
You guys ready?
Ready.
Let's hear it. Tony Pollard, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Let's see what the chat has to say. DJ went with Pollard. Grimfan went with Pollard.
Ooh.
I believe that's the only ones that have put something in there. So the correct answer is Tony Pollard. Simon was the only one that got it correct. But
Still
That
lost.
would have been
being said-
hilarious if I went all in and Simon ended up winning.
Yeah, I was going to say, you never know. You never know. So well done, Joey. Even though you were a coward, you played it correctly. And I will do this just for you because I know how much you love it. Joey
It's
wins.
my Christmas cards. Like every time it says Joey wins. I don't have many of them, so
Joey, congrats on that W.
Thank
And
you.
Eric, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come stream with us today. Play some Fantasy Football Jeopardy. We really appreciate it, my friend.
It was a fun one. I lived up to my expectations when we talked about it before the show. Left
too.
with the donut.
I sandwiched it. I got my first question right and my last question right. Nothing in between. Guys, if
how
you're
you
not
finish.
already following our friend Eric, go and follow him on Twitter at FantasyNav. Truly one of the kindest and hardest working people in this space. You're going to want to make sure that you're following him. And now, especially as we're exiting football season, he's got the sauce on all the other sports as well. That's going to be it for us this evening, though. Right after this, though, myself, Joey, and Jay Wall are going to be live over on the Front Yard Fantasy YouTube channel for Fantasy Football Office Hours, doing nothing but answering your questions. And then tomorrow morning, bright and early, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., we will be live on our channel and on the Better Sports Network app for the Front Yard Fantasy Morning Show. So come hang out with us then. Until 3 minutes from now, though, we are out of here. A big thanks to Eric. A big thanks to everyone in the chat. Enjoy your Thursday night football. Adios, everyone.
See you on another time.
Bye, everybody.